This video is going to show you how to properly use the bandsaw. The one thing you're going to need for the bandsaw is a pencil and also your material. The purpose of using the bandsaw is to cut circular or rounded shapes out of your material. If you need a straight cut, we will not use the bandsaw. Now the first thing you're going to do with your material is either stencil or draw the shape you want on your material. For this example, I'll just cut a half moon out of this material. Once you have marked your material, the next thing you'll need to do is set the guard. In order to set the guard, we will loosen the set screw, grabbing the black part, not the red part. Raise the black part up, bring your piece underneath. You want about 1/4 of an inch gap between the wheels and your piece. Once you have it at the height you want it, lock it in with the set screw. Now that we're going to start cutting the material, a couple things to remember. Always keep your hands 4 inches from the blade. Also remember, never have your hands straight in line with the blade. These 2 tips will keep you from cutting yourself on the bandsaw. Now that we're started cutting, we're going to need to make relief cuts. What relief cuts are cuts straight into your material and you pull the blade back out. The reason we make these cuts is so the blade does not bind on the material and come off the wheels or snap. So the first thing I'm going to do is make relief cuts on the material. Again, remembering my hands are 4 inches back and not in line with the blade. Come straight in on your material, coming close to the line, but not over it. Pull your blade straight out, making a relief cut every 1/4 of an inch. Again, remembering to not cut to the line, stop before the line. Once your relief cuts are complete, your board should look somewhat close to this, having relief cuts every about 1/4 inch. Now that your relief cuts are made, we're going to cut the pieces out. When you're cutting, we're going to want to leave a little material alongside the line. This will prevent you from going too far and ruining your piece. After we have cut all these pieces out, we will use a sander to smooth them out. So don't worry about being right on the line. Always remember, even when you're moving your pieces, your hands are not straight in line with the blade and they're 4 inches away. If you do get in trouble, such as this, pull the blade straight back and start a new cut. As you can see, my hands are not in line with the blade. I'm moving at a slow pace. Don't be afraid to turn your material in order to get a better angle. Once you have the amount of material removed that you need for your project, the next step would be to sand this with the orbital sander.